Okay, so
Sure.
where did we pick up last time from
French.
our Dungeons and Dragons campaign?
So
The
looking
intro's
at my
getting weaker and
notes,
weaker each time.
the last in the last at the end or the start of the last episode, there had been this big duel between Flux and a con artist named Django.
Yep.
Um,
Damn
in
right.
the process of this duel, the statue at the center of the town got damaged, and the Stormlord made an appearance, voicing his displeasure in the desecration of his statue. He gave us a task to make up for damaging the statue, which involved finding a bird of paradise on some place called Boali Island, south of the VDK.
The flower, not the
The
bird.
flower, not the bird. Very
Found it.
important.
Yeah, but the flower is called the bird of paradise.
Yeah, no, we're just saying we're clarifying.
Yeah, that's correct.
For all our YouTube viewers, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a bird called a bird of paradise. There's a greater and a lesser bird of paradise.
Yeah, that's true. All right. What else?
Lloyd.
Right along.
Now we have to make it Andre.
Yeah. So we went to Luigi's for a bit. Jingle Jangle became the cook there. Suddenly, the flame. What?
No, I'm just being a jerk. I was like cooking iconic Greek food. Continue.
And then the big mountain that we had previously seen, Cuddles climbing up. There was a big flame on the mountain that went out. There was a big rift in the sky. It looked pretty bad, but we decided to ignore it instead to go to this to get the Stormlord's favor back. So Wynn's dad lent us a boat, and we are traveling to the island, and we're stopping off at VDK, our key, where Callista's aunt lives, to try and repair the boat after it got damaged by sharks.
Apparently, it's a 10-day journey, and we are on day 3.
There you go. Okay.
Or we finished day 3.
Yeah, you're okay. So as you're pulling into the island of VDK, you see on the beach a feminine form coming to greet you. No, it's probably okay. So you see this female form, and Callista, you recognize it immediately as your Aunt Kala, as she's coming to greet you. You pull your boat up. I don't know what the situation is, because I'm assuming you have like a little longboat that you take off the boat to go into the island and like moor your main ship offshore, because you're not just gonna like land.
Well,
on
what does the
chaser.
edge of the island look like? Is it beach or
It's
is there
all beach.
cliff?
It's
Okay,
white
then yeah.
sand beach as far as you can see. The water is like crystal clear. There's some like light reefs along the edges of this bay, this inlet for where you're going in. You also notice as you're coming in, for those that have the history or the knowledge of the revelry as well as the Clovis Concord, you see ships likewise that are parked out fairly distant from each other, with other longboats that have been pulled into shore. As you bring your longboat in, you see Kala come up to you. Oh, girl, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
That's really
Hola.
Oh, look at you. You're so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Auntie Kala.
There you go.
Oh my. We had Luigi and now they say you're just doubling down.
Eric's seeing where you can push the boundaries.
Yeah. I think he's breaking them.
You're nothing but skin and bones, girl. Come on in. I'll make you some food. Oh, who are these friends of yours? Oh, you got a couple of tall drinks of water with you.
Yes, we're traveling in tall company. Auntie Kala will tell you all about it on the way in, but
Oh, it's so fantastic to see you.
yeah, it's been a while for sure. I know you haven't heard from anybody back home, eh?
Oh no, every now and then I get the word from back home, but nothing untowards or nothing to be worried about. Why, is there news?
Not that I know of, just making sure everything's well.
Oh,
Auntie Kala, I know you've been on the waters a long time. We were wondering if there's anything you could help us with our boat as well. I mean, I love a good meal and I hate to ask too much of you, but just wondering.
Oh, yeah. If you got troubles with your ship, there's some people here that I think could help you out with that.
Awesome.
I'm no good. I'm no good at fixing these boats, girl. But they're. I can't. Keep seeing the face.
Every
very
time.
impressed.
In the background.
Oh, I'm
You
no
haven't gone
good.
full maple syrup yet.
I'm useless with this
She's
boats,
Irish,
girl.
right?
Maybe some of the visitors might be able to lend a hand if you let me play my cards right, and I can get them to do something for you free of charge.
Amazing. We love that. I introduce everyone by name.
You mean those visitors, and got points to the other ships that are moored out on the island?
Yes, everybody's welcome on Auntie Kala's island.
They're friendly.
Oh, they better be on. If they want to play by the rules, then they will be friendly.
He owns the island?
Pardon?
Are you saying this to?
You guys.
Oh,
Did I
okay.
miss that? Do we know that she owns the island, or at least or is this like a colloquial?
I don't think you knew. I said my aunt lives there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I thought.
What's that?
No, you
voice
know.
here?
Oh, come, girl, come with Auntie Kala. We'll bring you in. We'll get a nice pot of stew going.
I have to go to the bathroom. That's not related to your accent, I promise.
Okay, listen.
Finally.
Oh, you need to eat. You need to eat. As she grabs your hand, like almost without you having a moment to recoil, she grabs your hand and starts pulling you up the beach towards what looks like a pretty large cottage. It's been built out of fallen or felled palm trees, like a log cabin built out of palm trees, and then it's got a thatched roof. You can see some fire going as the sun is setting over this white sand beach. The smells in here, it's like it almost smells like Tahiti treat, with all the floral essences kind of perfuming around this cabin. There is music going once you get closer to the house, or if you are following closer to the house, you can hear. You don't know where the music's coming from, but it's definitely steel drum adjacent, and as you do, there is nobody in the house other than Auntie Kala. She leads you right into the kitchen, where she starts frantically starting to pull pots down. You see that she casts like a little flame to heat up a pot as she's starting to throw stuff in to make you something basically right there and then.
I'm gonna help her.
And we're all like in tow?
Yep.
I gestured you along and introduced you, so your choice.
Tell me about your adventures, girl. Where are you coming from this time?
So you know how I was taking a detour from home and was kind of making my way along the coast. Well, I found these guys, and no, before that, you know I like nice things. I was eyeing this lady's necklace, and like it just fell into my pocket. And then there was guards, and then there was jail, and then there was this whole situation where we were in this town, and then this fog came up, and then everybody died, and then we had to fight our way out, and then we like met Wynn and her dad, whose name is the bartender, but like he looks really different, but we're not asking about it at all.
The bartender, how is that old chum doing?
He knows everybody, doesn't he?
Oh, we go way back. We've not to put too fine of a point, we've bumped uglies a couple times, if you know what I mean.
What kind of penis bottle?
Fortunately, yes.
Win is just like, dear God.
I'd like to assume you're all like
Is it
5
more of an
feet
A
away.
or a B?
Something that I just want to point out is that that was the first comment that Sean has made so far in the campaign. It was questioning.
Don't say anything else this
All
whole
right.
section,
Yeah, don't say
Sean.
anything else. That was all we needed.
What kind of cucumber, I guess?
Wynn's completely embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh, don't be embarrassed, girl. You know, Auntie Kala, she likes nice things too.
Whoa.
In character? Yep.
Sven just said that in character.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, but you know, some weird stuff's been happening in the sky. Have you seen that from here?
From here, we're. Oh, I don't think I've seen anything out here.
Turn Canadian.
She's got
Out here.
like,
Out here in
I'm,
Nova
I'm,
Scotia.
I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest to channel my aunt.
Oh.
Your
So,
Sean knows the aunt.
yeah, of course. Like off the island of Nova Scotia in the Caribbean.
That's her. Yeah, the mountains stopped burning and there was a light in the sky, but like we also got in some trouble with the Storm Lord. A lot has gone on.
Oh no! You don't want to make the lords angry. What? Oh, what? What trouble have you gotten yourself into, girl?
Auntie. That big guy over there.
I killed a man.
Both Sean's coming out the gate with great quotes.
That's like I like Turtle Kid. I like Turtle Kid.
In his defense,
Oh
he has
boy!
to defend my honor. So
Oh boy!
you know,
He won't be doing any of that here. Auntie Kala has a strict no killing policy. You kill anybody here, you go right to the gods.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes, what she said.
Oh, let me have a good look at you. And he comes up and she can like pinches your cheeks and like prods at your belly flux to get a sense of what. Does this one like soup too, boy?
I don't indulge in mortal things.
All right, moving on. Okay, so what do you need to do to get the carry of the gods back?
I need to find a bird of paradise on insert island name, which I definitely know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wally.
thank you.
Oh,
Everybody says it at different times.
That's fine.
Wally,
Oh,
Wally,
Wally.
Wally.
Wally's a dangerous place, girl. I don't want to see you getting caught up in any of that trouble there.
Is that Bollywood?
What kind of trouble could be worse than being in trouble with the Stormlord?
Well, at least you can atone with the Stone Lord. I don't think what's rumored to be out there is gonna care about what you have to offer, girl.
What are we gonna find out there?
Just rumors. Some of the people that come by here talk of a darkness. They call it the Umbra Stalker. Haven't seen it, don't know what it is, but that's the word they throw around. At least some of the folks that stop in.
Is this a humanoid or a beast?
Is he always so short, girl?
Yes.
Yeah, this is kind of
Unfortunately. And I'm gonna like elbow you and be like, show some respect.
Is ma'am?
Oh, I like you. You look damaged, but fixable.
Nice.
It's your Grandma Vicky in my head.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like that's a direct quote, Eric. I feel like that has been a direct quote from somewhere in your childhood.
No. Oof.
Known
He
as every
looks
teen
damaged, but
drama ever.
fixable.
Does she respond when I say ma'am? Does she answer if it's a humanoid or a beast?
No, you have to talk to some of the folks of, say, the Revelry or the Clovis Concord. They might know more. Boy.
Understood. Where could we find these? What are they? Guilds?
It's a guild, yeah.
Guilds? Where can we find these guilds? Are they on the island?
Oh no, you don't see them around here.
Whose ships are out there then?
Ships wash up every now and then.
Are they fishing?
They might be on the island. I couldn't tell you where they are.
I thought this was your island. I thought you'd know.
Yeah, it is. It is my island.
Can I roll insight on her? That
Sure.
sounded. I wasn't.
Yeah. Good call.
Right. While he's looking at you and thinking, I have a question.
Yeah, what happened?
I missed the whole fucking.
We got you like
Foot
a
by
whole
foot, I missed
rolling thing.
Oh
God, my
dear.
fucking rolls.
Dear.
It's useless. Sorry, go ahead.
What'd you roll?
A 4?
3 plus 1.
Sorry, Junk. It was so funny, that reaction on screen.
You don't get a sense if she's like being honest or deceitful. I'll say while you're focusing in on her words, I'll ask that anybody that didn't roll insight give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
I had terrible rolls last time.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Right.
22.
So 22.
16.
Right. 11 over here.
Anybody roll that rolled a 12 or higher, you would notice that while you're having this conversation, that music that's playing is almost like an attempt to drown out sounds of voices you hear. Kind of.
Bye, Lee.
You know,
Bye.
Yeah.
and you,
Eric, have I been here before? Sorry.
Yep. I'd say you've been here before.
Is the music unusual to me?
The music is fine. Like it's not different or weird music, but you can kind of hear muffled like 10, 20, 30, 30, but coming from somewhere nearby.
Are we in the cottage right now? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
So is it sounding like it's from outside the cottage?
Hard to say. The music's pretty loud.
Okay.
Oh, girl, you gonna be staying the night with you and all your friends? I can make room. Girl.
If you wouldn't mind, I mean, the boat's pretty in need, so I wouldn't want to put extra weight on it.
All right, I'll get the guest room all done up for you. Oh, don't worry, I'll get that all ready right as rain before bedtime. We can have a good long chat, catch up, and I've got lots of snacks for tonight, so perfect time. I'm so glad you came. And she's like scrambling around the kitchen, putting stuff together, putting food, building like a plate of just like meats that have been collected from different like leftovers that have been put on and then reheated. So it's like
Charcuterie board?
No, it's more like bone-on chicken breast. Like there's half a turkey that's put down. It's just like a random assortment of food that's like been stored. And he's like, here, throw it all in there and see what you can grab.
You're getting some chicken foot stew situations.
I got one more question before we, eat and head out. But we were in the waters and some sharks attacked us. Is there anything else like dangerous in the waters around here?
How do I put this delicately?
I literally thought you were about to break into song. You went.
The
5, 6, 7, 8. No,
the Lucidian Ocean is just chock full of dangerous creatures. If you're gonna go out onto those high seas, you're taking your life into your own hands. So if you got attacked by sharks, I think you got off pretty lucky.
What about near the island? Like, did you ever go past the reef?
Oh, it's not my business to leave the island. I'm steeped in tradition, and I think keeping business going here is important work. I'm like
Is there any treasure out there?
Pardon?
Is there any treasure out there, buried in the ocean?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's.
Have you heard tales?
Plenty of ships that have gone down carrying lots of loot, whether through fighting between the humanoid folk or those being swept up by the environment, the storms, or even worse, the creatures from below. I wouldn't be surprised if there's all sorts of treasure down there, little lizard kid.
I'm not a kid, but thank you. I'm 11 months.
Basically ancient
11 months?
since creation.
Sorry, it's 11 days.
11 days.
Nice.
11 days.
How long until the boat is ready to go? Do you think, in your expert opinion?
Oh, you got such an exotic speech. I love it. I'm not gonna do the work on the boat, so I couldn't tell you, girl, on how long it's gonna take.
My aunt said that we might have to check in with some of the other boats for help. She doesn't have the supplies herself, so we'll ask around maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, we can wait till the morning.
Is it evening right now? Like, what time is
Yeah,
it?
it's like dusk. The
Oh, okay.
the sky around you is pretty orange and red.
Red sky at night.
Can we not see the rift anymore then? Like,
you're a little far off from it now. For now,
Mm.
but who knows for how long?
Okay.
very ominous. Okay.
Alrighty.
Are the I'm assuming we're gonna when we say talk to the boats, we mean like
Talk to the.
there's like a shipyard here that we can like go talk to people to repair. Like
We saw other boats when we were coming in, just like other people moored with like longboats must have come to the island. I think she was just saying like you could ask someone else, but I don't have the resources to repair a ship. Like I don't like Eric, this is not a very established island, right?
As far as you can tell, this is the only building you've seen on this island.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I thought that was like
Okay.
How big are
Yeah,
the
I
other
thought we were
boats?
at a little. Oh, sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
That's okay. How big are the other boats?
Comparable to your longboat, so maybe like 10 people. They could fit about 10 people each.
All right.
So tomorrow morning then?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Wait.
Sounds good.
All right. So unless you want to do anything, cut me off. But I would say the rest of the evening is just getting hosted and basically waited on hand and foot from Auntie Kala as she brings you meal upon meal as she's chatting your ear off, trying to like, what are you guys all about? Like, where are you from? And you gotta feel free to share what you want. Or she talks a lot about the gods and how like she really wants you to get things going. Specifically, you don't want to anger any of the prime deities. So Cord being utmost important to make sure that he's appeased. But I'll skip the role playing there and let you decide what you want to do for the next couple hours before you go to bed.
I do have a question. You said this was like the only, as far as we can see at least, is like the only building on the island.
Mhm.
So like, why would other ships stop here? Or I guess I'll ask her that. Like, what do you do here? Why would travelers stop here? Is there any other
Oh.
buildings or any commerce that takes place? That's
Oh,
not my voice.
I'm a bit of a safe haven, if you want. Like, people can come here, dialogue, enjoy my hospitality, and
Just you holding down the fort though? There's no inn or anything like that?
This is pretty much what you see.
Auntie Kala likes to live kind of rustic.
Oh yes, girl.
It's just a lot of island for one person.
So it's all the island I need.
Sorry for being abrupt, but what do you get out of it?
Oh, some of the patrons that come by, they leave tips, and I'm usually well compensated for my hospitality on the generosity and the respect of the rules that I can certainly enforce.
He's like that person in Mamma Mia who just runs the thing
This
on
one in
She's
on
got
the-
one in on the whole
On
island.
the grease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Mamma Mia from here on out.
How often do you break? So you break
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just like to sit by what I'm assuming might be a fireplace or some type of fire and just relax, get warmed up. I have no plans. There's no shopping to do. There's no people to talk to, so I'm good to just sit and chill.
I'm gonna immediately bother you.
Bother me?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Get some peace and quiet. Hey, what you doing?
So Win, you remember like I got those whips for us and how we were gonna be like whip friends, whip buddies.
Oh,
It's gonna be our
yeah.
new thing. I
Yeah.
think we should practice like whip related combat.
Okay. Okay.
Whoopah!
There it is.
What did you
I
say?
was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I said, hey Flux, you wanna come over here for a sec?
Oh.
Jesus. No. Eric, paint this picture for me. How, like, what's the lay of the land? Is there anywhere like a vantage point for this island that's close?
It's a flat sandy knoll of an island with palm trees that create a small but close-knit cluster of vegetation that insulates the cabin, this large cabin, from the elements, the winds that would be washing up onto this small little island. There isn't anything. Basically, the cabin's at the highest point. There is lots of sandy beaches, some fallen trees that you can sit on if you want to. You also see a couple of, you see a human girl and a Genasi girl that are calling you over. So beyond that, I don't know what else you're looking for.
And what time of night is this? Like, it's evening, you said, right?
Yeah, the sun's gone down at this point, and you guys are kind of like making the best of this like informal luau, essentially.
Do we see any like? I want to be outside. Do we see like? Can I see any like smoke or anything like that, or any like?
Give me a perception check.
15.
15. The smoke's coming from the house. That's about
There's
it.
nothing else on the island. Okay. Okay. I'd like to go sit in the sand and throw a rock at Sprocket, or like play with Sprocket and like throw a rock.
Throw a rocket, Sprocket.
For a rock,
I don't know, like,
Sprocket?
throw a rocket.
Like to retrieve?
Yeah, to retrieve. I play fetch with
Okay.
them. I don't play with the whips.
Oh, you were just throwing rocks at him. I guess Gut, having noticed the sounds of people mumbling over the music, would want to go out for kind of an evening stroll and see, because you said there's like it's like sandy and stuff like that
Yeah.
around like the cabin. Like, are there any like sets of footprints that would not be like ours, or
Give me
like
a survival check.
any indication of other people who have been nearby?
Nice job.
That's how Gut got eaten by the trees.
Well, Gut ain't doing shit because that's a 9.
It's easy to see there's a lot of footprints on the beach, a lot more than just your own. But because it's sand and the wind that's washed up, while they all seem to be coming into shore, you kind of lose the direction of where they go. But there are lots of footprints on this beach.
Okay. But I guess at this point, like, I don't hear like the sounds of it like any other person.
Not out on the beach, no.
Okay.
I'll keep on with Win. Well, he's no fun. We'll use a tree instead.
You were going to whip at him as a target?
I wanted him to like, he's the one who's going to take the least damage, and I thought he might be cool about it. I don't know.
Can we just whip at you?
Trying to hurt.
I wanted it to be like, so I've been doing a lot of whip related research, but I wanted it to be like, if we could like, link onto one of his arms or something, like there was cool things planned.
That would have been fun. We could have had a whole whip montage. You know, like a dance move where you like connect them and then they like come forward, That would have been fun. Yeah.
I'll send you some source material of Jacques the Whipper.
You know that with a whip.
Yeah, I know, Joxy. He's from the Ren Fair.
Yeah, he is from the Ren Fair. He whips rhythmically to music. It's amazing.
Are we all on the beach still, or are we in the forest kind of by the fire?
The whole island's yours, wherever you want to go.
I picture the group on the beach just like playing around.
Mhm.
But
Can
like
we
while
That game, the game from Maverick where you play 2 football games at the same time.
Oh, I like that game.
That'd be fun.
You guys haven't seen Maverick?
No one's else seen Maverick. All right, so that's
Just
lost.
us.
It's lost. It's gone.
Imagine what 2 football games played on the same field at the same time would look like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
that's what we're playing.
What about Spike Ball?
okay.
Go ahead, I'll follow you.
Uh,
Oh my god, I forgot my name for a second.
Okay.
Junk's just kind of sitting with Sprocket as like he's being thrown balls back and forth with Flex, but looking at his I labeled it as Swedish Flux manual because it was that IKEA manual of how to build a flux. But is there anything that I can discern more from it now? Like kind of like looking at Flux and Sprocket and looking at this manual, is there anything else I can decipher like how to augment Sprocket?
Am I the only one that thinks that's hilarious?
So one thing I'll
I think it's super funny. I was trying to-
start with an intelligence check as you're researching the book.
That's good.
Easy enough that
11.
you're. Pardon?
11, unless I can add like Arcana or anything.
I would say it's just a straight intelligence, unless you can justify it to me.
11.
And like this is outside of that check that you can tell that whatever Sprocket's made out of is different from what Flux is made out of. In fact, as you're researching it, what you gather is the materials and parts that are referenced in the book. With all your background and history on such kind of like tinkering, you are not familiar with ever hearing of the metals that are noted. Types of metals you've never worked with and never heard of before.
Can I tell what they're called?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much work would it take me to affix a grapple, like the grappling hook that I purchased to Sprocket?
You could probably do that tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do it from the mouth?
No, it's flesh.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait, is he's part flesh, part robotic, right?
Yeah.
Barely any flesh, but yes.
Okay, he's a cyborg, but like
Just
more
what I thought.
side than boar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know what Junk's doing. I know what Flux is doing. I know what Gut's doing.
I just if anyone else has anything they want to do, say it. But I had one other thing that Gut wanted to do.
Yeah.
Throw
it at me.
Okay.
You can go.
I guess having like looked around the beach, Gut wants to go find Iris.
Iris?
Iris, excuse me. Yeah. Just sort of walk up. And I'm just curious, like, is Yellow with you?
Oh yeah, Yellow's in a baby Bjorn on my back. But like most of the time,
Isn't that just a backpack?
most of the time he's like either when we're walking he's in the baby Bjorn, but most of the time he's just like snuggled with.
No.
Okay. So yeah, Gut's just gonna go walking up, sort of staring at Yellow, just say, so you don't mind me asking, where'd you find him?
Yellow?
Yeah.
He's like this like very round boy. He's a very round boy. He's a very round little penguin. And he's got like little red freckles almost around his little beak. And he's got some like reddish brown tinge to his feathers and a really white little tummy with adorable little flippy flappy feet. Well, I am from the Feywild, and we were just sort of wandering one day, and I heard Yellow just sort of calling out from the bushes around, and he just had this cute little, well, to me it looked yellow, but he had this cute little squeak that I heard from the bushes, and when I saw him, he was just kind of tangled in a vine, so I sort of just untangled him, and then he just never left my side, and he's just my very good boy. He's a very good boy. He's just around.
Oh, there are other birds like him in the Feywild.
Yes, as far as I know, yes, but they don't normally like people, elves, things that don't look like them. They're actually quite social.
They're social.
Yeah. To what I remember, at least, it's been a while, but they sort of travel in like flocks, and I think they have a way to communicate, but so far it's just these cute little yellow cheeks. Why, have you seen them before?
No, I've never seen a bird like that before. That's why I'm interested.
Dowhair. Doe hair.
Doe hair.
Dowhar, I think.
Doer.
Doer, thank you, Eric.
All right. And what do you feed? What do you feed Yellow?
Well, Yellow loves his fruits and his vegetables. The more colorful, the better, I find, anyways. Basically, whatever I have that's healthy for him. So, not burnt rice would be nice. But he really liked the fish from last night. That was really good for him.
Noted.
Tonight, earlier this evening.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'll keep that in mind for any future meals. And but yeah, if we ever end up in the Feywilds, I'm just curious if there are other birds like that out there. That's all.
I would love to get back to the Feywild. And from the sounds of it, I think you would like it too, because there's more than just birds there.
Fair enough. Let's make it a goal once we aren't in debt to any gods. And
We are not in debt to any gods. I was planning to ask Callista to open that portal one more time and see if we can get out of here.
I guess I forgot you disagreed on this.
Just Callista whipping in the background.
Yeah.
It was me and the one who is in debt with the god who disagreed.
Yeah. All right. Well, soon enough. And Gut just kind of taps his cooking pot, slings it over his shoulder, and walks off. And that's it.
Gut leaves. Idis is going to like sort of smile to herself and take out a spare piece of parchment, kind of rub the webbing of her left hand a little where she gave herself a tattoo, and just take out the painter's supplies that she now has, and is just going to crisscross applesauce. Just start scribbling and drawing, and that's what she's gonna do.
I say that to myself every time I get applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce?
With your hands in the basket.
How often do you get applesauce?
Well,
He eats it every day.
I eat it every day with breakfast.
Such an old man.
Win is I just need to let it be known that even though Win is technically an adult, she's very much an adolescent, and she's like still trying to gather people to play this double football game on the beach, seemingly with no end in energy.
We need like 20 players.
If multiple people are throwing a ball around, like after Junk has this grappling hook affixed to Sprocket, he's definitely doing like target practice, trying to catch balls and stuff with it, or like at least hit them.
So I see Flux throws the ball, and then Sprocket now, like, instead of running to it, just grapples it over and then puts it back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is Sven doing?
Okay, so I want to first go over sorry, what's her name? The person on the island?
Kala.
Paula, my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, your aunt, sorry.
Oh, di Kala.
Is she like we're like there's like a bonfire going on, like you said, that kind of atmosphere. And is she like out there with us, or is she like tending to stuff inside?
She's in and out. She disappears every now and then to like tend to stuff, but she definitely is like around.
Okay, so I say I take like if she stops for a couple moments, I'm gonna ask her like maybe at the fire or something, and I want to just ask her, do you get a lot of visitors to this island?
Oh yes, we get plenty of visitors. There's there's lots of revelry folk that love to drop in from now and then.
How did you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you come to be on the island, be in this situation? Is this passed down through family, or just made your own choice and came out here, or what's the situation?
She comes up closer to you to talk as she like grabs maybe like the side of your shirt and pulls you close. Now, looking up to you. Usually you don't ask a business lady all her secrets. Why don't you enjoy the leisure of this place, and if I get to trust you, I'll let you in on that little secret. And she gives you a wink.
Fair enough. Didn't mean to offend. Just thought this situation was pretty unique, and I was curious.
It's hard to take you seriously with that mask hiding your face.
Oh, believe me, you'd rather be looking at the mask than what's underneath.
Oh, I've seen all types, my friend.
I'm gonna just move on from that and say, just one last question, and I'll let you get back to it if you don't mind. What do you have a lot of visitors on the island today? Anybody? I'm mostly thinking about, should we be worried? It's been a arduous few days, and I want to make sure our safety's good. That's all. I
Your
don't need
safety is paramount of a concern to mine, and I guarantee you that anybody on this island knows that the rules related to aggression, injury, hurting others is strictly forbidden. And if it was to take place, it'll be swiftly addressed and possibly prevented. Your safety is not a concern on this island. As well as that of anybody on this island, I would give the same guarantee to.
Of course. Well, thank you, and again, thank you for your hospitality. So I have two things I want to do, or one question, which is, has any ships? This isn't for her, just visibly. Have we seen any ships show up after ours?
Nope.
Okay. Two, is there like when we parked? There's like other ships we saw. Is there like a dock there?
No, everybody just brought their longboats and washed them up on shore, and they just kind of pulled them in.
And this is like a sandy beach. Are there any rocks?
Not really. There's a couple, but nothing like you. There's no one hiding behind a rock this whole time.
Okay. I'm going to separately from that situation, but I'll just do this all together. 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes later, I'm gonna like wander to the beach and like stroll the beach.
Sure.
But I'm gonna cast my find familiar, little board.
Board?
Yeah.
The helmet.
Little board.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have him touch a stone that is like a central stone, as best it can be. I understand there's like a bunch. The Geonid touches a stone, object, or surface and knows what types of creatures have been within 10 feet of that stone in the past 24 hours.
Ooh, that is
Damn.
Oh, look at Eric's face though.
Stressed hair touch.
You know what? I'll give you that. I'll just write up.
Geonid can also determine the number of creatures of each type, but not their identities.
So I'll exclude you guys because you've been in this area. You gather there's been about 20 humanoids of various species, primarily human, but there's a couple of half-orcs. There's a couple of elves amongst that pack, and I think there's one dwarf in there too.
Cool. Thank you. I was curious to see if the aunt gave us those details, and then what I could find out. And she's very well, I mean, you guys heard it. Cool.
We were there.
You were there. I don't need to recount. Thank you.
We're there.
That's it for me. That would be what I. From anybody else's perspective, this would be like very casual. Like it wouldn't be both the aunt and the other players. I wouldn't immediately like. It just looks like I'm strolling the beach.
Yeah,
with
like you're walking along and then you drop the rock down your pants and then it like slides out.
Shawshank reference for the win.
Super casual.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
Win the only
Play
thing
football.
is like we're
Wait, I gotta go play football.
sorry. I was like, Win, we're gonna have like names for these combination attacks.
Okay. Yes, good.
All right.
Yes.
You're like the
So-
sailors guys now.
What are those names?
What are those names, Win?
Um.
The Double Trouble is definitely
Oh, I like this. Double trouble.
Just,
I don't know. Come back to me.
I'm just picturing double Dutch with whips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we just wrapped people up. It's great.
Okay. So unless there's anything else for the evening, Auntie Kala brings you guys to your guest room, which is one long room with about 10 beds, more beds than there are people. They're all made up, but it's like single beds throughout this like long little hallway. The back end extends onto a window with curtains. The window overlooks, which is one other view from this cabin out to the ocean. So you can kind of see more beach out the window, and you see the moon just kind of hovering over the horizon, just off the water, the ocean beyond. While you guys all go to sleep, again, interrupt me if you want me to stop, but
Just one thing. Before Gut goes to bed, he wants to go say to Flux, like, "Hey, you don't sleep, do you?"
No.
You-
I wait for you guys to wake up.
Yeah. It's like just keep an ear out in case there's any suspicious activity going on while we're asleep. And he taps the metal of the Warforged with his quarterstaff before going to bed.
Murders you.
And am I still wearing my pirate hat? I like nod at him.
What about the tricorn?
Yeah.
okay.
That's it. That's all.
So I was gonna say, as that exchange happens and Edith is still sort of like scribbling, she's got like a new stain on her hands, like the charcoal stain. After you draw with like pen or charcoal for a bit, she only needs to semi-conscious trance for 4 hours. Flux is not leaving her sight during the entire time, as best as she can.
So it's semi-conscious, right? So you're not really aware of everything around you. You can still have your eyes closed. It's not like you're just there.
No, I understand that.
Okay.
But she's still gonna only need 4 hours of sleep, and you bet she's gonna make sure Flux is still in the room
Are you
when
doing,
she
like,
wakes up.
Every 3 minutes you wake up for one.
I would like to leave the room.
Okay.
It's like when
Just,
you're
like
sleeping in the
bolts
car.
upright and then go.
You can like hear the conversation in the car when you're sleeping, and you like, but like you're not really asleep.
You're not super
Yeah.
paying, but then like a door closes and you're instantly awake, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yes.
knew what happened the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I go sit outside? Like,
Sure.
I assume it's. I'm just gonna sit outside,
On the beach?
like outside of like the cottage area,
Okay.
and just kind of like
Cool.
sleep mode
Yeah.
with my blunderbuss.
Cool.
You're just sitting there with a gun.
Walking in a
In a
chair.
rocking chair. Yeah,
Okay.
I got a question for
Yeah,
Eric.
kids.
Is Sprocket awake all night? Like, is he with Flux during this?
No, it's he still has to sleep because he is partly human, right? Or like boar.
Unconsciously.
He's
Yeah.
partly boar.
All right.
Okay, so while you guys go to sleep, Flux, you hanging out on the beach, just chilling. After like an hour and a half, you hear a cuckoo, cuckoo, as you see coming out the front door of the cabin. A fairly burly individual. Human, long hair, got like a hat that's kind of not quite a tri-corner hat, but like enough to cover the head, like more like a skull cap that's sitting awkwardly, and you can see him kind of buttoning up his shirt as he's walking out towards the beach.
Does he notice me?
No, it's dark and he's not paying attention to that. He's just kind of slowly working his way down to the boats.
I'd like to stand up from my rocking chair, and I'd like to greet him.
Whoa!
Greetings, human.
Like a scene from Westworld.
Yeah.
People never sleep.
Good news, everybody. No,
Shit, what? Who are you? What? You weren't with the rest of us? Who are you?
none of your concern. Who are you? I want to not like intimidate him, but I want to I want to.
No reverse card.
Oh my goodness.
Who are you? No, who are you?
Oh, no.
No, you.
No, you hang up first. No, you.
I'm. Alright. Shit. I'm gonna have to change his name because I realize it's too close to one of yours. I'm Bran. Now,
like
I've said my name. What's yours?
I am Titanius Englesmith.
God.
Well, Titanius.
Shit.
Nice to meet you, but I'm not really up for having a conversation. Like, can you just keep it on the down low that I was here, and I'm just gonna go back to my ship.
Where do you I want to ask him where who is he? Is he with the Revelry or Concord? Do I know about these factions or guilds?
I don't think you do. Everybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I know them.
You tangentially, you've been talking about them lately, so a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask him how long have you been here?
We got here around lunchtime. A lot of the guys are still in the house. I was just gonna try and get an early night in. If that's cool with you, again, just keep it on the down low. I don't want anybody knowing what you saw, and I'll do the same for you. Is there anything I can do for you to kind of keep this? We're friends, right?
Depends. What do you have to offer?
Gold?
What else?
What else is there?
What are you looking for?
Not that.
I need tools of war. Gold will not get me there.
Okay. In my line of business, it's all about booty. There's gold
Oh,
booty,
yeah?
and then there's booty. And
What
beyond
type are you
that,
into?
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Let's say that. So, and you're not. What are you talking about? You know what? Here, he throws you 10 gold. I think we're even, bud. And he's gonna start walking away slowly, just kind of putting himself back together.
I want to follow him.
Sure. He walks over to the boat, gets in the boat, starts pushing it off from shore.
Okay.
And he's just watching you the whole time. He's into the awkward what do you this is kind of weird, and he just kind of pushes off.
Okay. I want to go wake someone up, or I want to head back into the cottage and I'm gonna bug gut.
Me.
As you
Hey,
as,
little one.
as you start walking to the cottage, you
Yeah.
hear gugunk, 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 gugunk. About 9 more people start to filter out. They're all kind of stumbling over each other, grabbing each other, like, oh, did you see that? I don't think he was ever going to survive that. Oh, well, we know he's had a lot of practice, but what she put him into this time, I was a little apprehensive, but came out swinging as they were kind of all just chattering out, stumbling by, and they kind of walk past you, like so hammered that they don't even recognize, and just kind of walk through and around you towards their boat.
Okay. I feel like I want to interact with them, but I feel like that's just gonna go poorly for me.
Coast Guard and all this.
Yeah, where's the Coast Guard?
You're not allowed to drink and boat.
Yeah.
I want to turn around and be like, hey, hail, friends.
Hey,
Yes.
What brings you to this island?
we're not supposed to talk about it.
I imagine 10 gold will loosen your lips. And I like kind of like have the bag in my hand and I'm just like throwing it around.
He reaches out. It's like, sure, 10 gold sounds great.
I think some loose lips first will yield.
That's not how this works.
I give him the gold then.
Okay, he takes the 10 gold. Well, the second rule is we don't talk about it, and he turns around and walks off.
Oh, no.
Easy come, easy go.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I want to grab him and like by the shoulder, like not like trying to fight him, but I want to stop him, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
What do you mean? Barnsworth over there, he's as sober as a skunk. He'll get us home.
I would like to turn to Barnsworth.
Hey.
So are you the man to talk to?
Just take orders. I make sure that they get home safe.
All right, Barnsworth. Where are you from? Why are you here?
Well, clearly we're all members of the revelry, and while I can't act on any of our normal impulses here on the island, if you wish to take the matter off the island, I'd be happy to engage you.
Do you have a quest or a journey
Yes.
that you're following?
Yes.
Maybe our goals can align. What
If your goal is to give us all your money, then yes, they will align very nicely.
Well, I just gave you all my gold. So
Well, then,
maybe you could share some.
And then
some
I guess our
knowledge.
business here is done.
Master negotiator.
Quest complete.
The art of the deal.
I don't want to. Okay.
Sean, you're doing great. No, it's just hilarious to watch.
Oh, I'm.
No, you're in character. You're doing awesome.
Don't want to fight them. How can I? Okay. I want to pull. Is it Barnsworth? I want to go up to Barnsworth and try and intimidate him by saying, "I think you owe me a little bit for that gold. I need some knowledge of."
Well,
your
first of all,
intentions."
let's just play this out here. You gave your 10 gold to my drunk captain. That conversation was not including me, so I don't know what exactly I owe you. If you're now demanding that I give you information, you seem to have a very misconstrued concept of how deals work.
Knowledge for gold. That was the deal struck with your captain.
Yeah, and he told you what we were doing here. The first 2 rules are we don't talk about what we're doing here.
Okay.
Good night,
Okay.
my friend. Stay safe out there. The seas are a dangerous place as he loads the captain in last.
Is there anything noteworthy that I can pull from this? Like, do they have any banners or like crests or anything like that?
Oh, yeah,
like, I don't know.
They're all decorated in revelry garb. I'll get you the.
Okay.
So Yeah. What do you do next?
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna go back to the cabin and try and well, like I thought like the whole cottage was like one big thing that was combined. Can I go into their I guess room or lodging?
That's the thing, is you didn't see any room or lodging while you were there. No one kind of explored around. So if you want to,
Okay.
the only
I'd-
room,
I'd
the only
like-
room off the front, off the main lounge that you saw, was your own.
Okay. So from where I was sitting, can I like go back and like go into that room?
You're in the main, yeah, you're in the main like living room, or you can go into the bedroom if you want. That you all your group's in.
But like I can't go into the room that they came out of. Or they just randomly came out of the
They
main
came out of
building.
they came out of the chalet. You weren't inside. Remember, you were on the beach. They came.
Yeah.
You don't know where they came from.
Okay, fair enough then. I like to go back to the main cottage and I'll I'll try and summon someone and I want to explain all this that happened.
Okay.
Well, I don't know who's awake or anything like that, but I'd like to go back in and maybe wake someone up and be like, the revelry was here or something like that, and explain my interaction.
I think the only person who's like tech could be awake is Iris. I think the rest of us are asleep.
But you
Yeah.
could wake somebody up. You don't have to
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
wake up
I don't
who
know
you
who
would
can
wake
know
up.
the revelry as much, but I'd like to probably wake up one of the. I'd probably say, yeah, Iris. I'll probably wake her up and ask her about the revelry. So I don't know too much about them.
The revelry was here. I mean, okay, wait. Andrea has notes about this, but I don't think I don't think it was shared. Out of character, last session Gut was the one who knew that Bawali was a hideout for the revelry's loot, but I don't know if Gut shared that with us. I want to say probably not. Because otherwise I don't think Iris would know anything about the
I
revelry.
was the only other person who probably knew, and I
I thought it was Callista and Iris that knew about the revelry more.
Gut, would you have shared it with us, or would anyone have said anything?
I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably would have said, yeah, it's a place I've heard them mention before.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's about it.
And out of character, like, what is the revelry? Like, I know the assembly is like the mage council, but like the revelry is like pirates, right?
The pirates.
They love
Yeah.
food.
So
Booty.
like a pirate. Okay.
So this might be a hideout for them, or
Okay.
don't really know much more. I'm sorry. Are they
Okay.
all alive?
Sadly, yes.
Okay. You don't have to be happy about it, but as long as they're alive.
I'm no pain and no gain, sadly.
Well, that's fair. Were they leaving, or were they staying, or
There was 10 of them and they left. They
we
left
need
in their long
help
coats.
us. We need someone to help us fix our boat.
They seemed to leave in a hurry. They were very intoxicated.
Oh.
They robbed me.
Does Flux's like eyes go from like red to like a blue?
Right now I'm blue because I was told not to hurt anyone on the island. So
Oh, Flux, I'm sorry. But like, not really, but it's fine. That's how things go. You have to be very clear in what you want from them.
fair enough.
As you guys are talking, you hear a goo 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 of steps in the house.
In the house? Are we still in our little room of 10?
Yep. You hear the steps walking away, getting quieter.
Flux, why don't we just wait out in the lobby? Yeah?
Let's all go to the lobby.
Sure.
Let's see what else is going on with this place. There's too many boats and too little buildings, so let's just make sure we're aware of what's going on.
As you,
So-
Is there like a coffee station, like the all-around apple juice?
yeah,
Continental
the
breakfast
continental
bar.
breakfast station that hasn't been fully decked out yet has the
Yeah,
the
opens from 6 to 7:30 a.m.
As you go out there to take a look around, with those footsteps you hear, you notice that there are still a couple in the house as they're filtering out, and you see another group. Can't see how many at this point, but you see kind of tailing the group and ushering them out a fairly tall elvish creature, long, almost like this silver white hair, like the dyed silver kind of color. Not like age, but the fashion gray. As they kind of like grab the door and is pulling it close, he kind of sees the two of you and just gives you a knowing nod.
Wait. Excuse me?
You want to whisper? It's people are sleeping in here.
Okay, then let's whisper outside.
Okay.
Flux, you gonna come? Please?
Yeah, I'll come.
We head outside. Is it like another group of 10?
About that, yeah. Yeah, about that.
Everyone's in groups of 10.
Well,
Remember.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Mazin.
Mazin?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Iris, this is Flux. Lovely name. What's you doing up in the middle of the night?
Let's just say we're enjoying our stay.
Sean. I kind of give a look over to Flux and just okay. Is Mazin wearing anything that Iris would recognize or that Flux would recognize, like a symbol or anything like that?
You notice that the jacket that they're wearing along the side has almost like a golden crest that has a circle in the middle, and in that circle you see it divided kind of in half, with the bottom being like green and the top being blue, with what looks like a sun rising over like a green ocean. And then there's 8 stars in the sky.
But we don't know what it is. Okay.
I don't think you would, no.
Only the two of them are awake, right?
No.
We're all asleep.
Now we're gonna get back to our ship unless you can give us another reason to enjoy our stay.
Oh.
I mean, isn't conversation good enough?
Absolutely.
I'd like to
Absolutely, it is.
get to know you a little bit more, I think.
And you. I've said my name. What's yours?
I told you I'm Iris, and this is Flux.
Okay. Sorry, I was distracted.
Blah.
I am Mazin. I'm the port caller for the Clovis Concord's ship. We are docking here to Parlay. We've been given the private chambers from Miss Lily, and she has allowed us to blow off some steam amongst everything else here.
You're here to parlay. That's very official. With who?
Oh, with the revelry.
So
Our business has concluded, uninterrupted, and just curious what else is on this island.
So is this your first time here on this island?
We parlay once a week.
Just a casual stop and then leave in the middle of the night. Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. Where I come from, parley means to make a peace, a lasting peace. But if it's weekly, it seems like your peace doesn't last.
Peace isn't built in one night.
He's in Rome.
What's wrong? No. Gonna kind of keep an eye over to Flux and just make sure that his body language is still calm and supportive with me.
Looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it looks exactly very
My blood.
still.
He's got a gun out the whole time.
Just like gently.
No gun.
Well, we're
no-
just here to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think we're gonna say the same thing.
So we're just here on a. We have a bit of a journey that we're trying to take, and unfortunately, we had a run-in with a sea monster, and our ship was damaged, and we had to stop here. But it seems like we're in need of some repairs, and just trying to find someone to help us with that.
Yes, the Clovis Concord could certainly help you in that regard. We have a number of engineers and ship's wains on board that could easily adjust anything that needs to be corrected, provided that it's not damaging entirely to its seaworthiness.
But you said you're leaving. Won't you stay the morning and then just fix our ship for us, and we can all leave together?
Absolutely, if you can give me a reason to stay.
I'm out of gold, so
Is it gold you're interested in?
You said conversation can be fun.
Mm-hmm.
A little more calm.
You want to parlay?
Why don't we chat? And he kind of waves to the ship, and he walks back in. And as he walks by, he grabs your hand. He's like, "Enchanté."
Okay. Going to kind of just like take my hand back and just let me just quickly fix my hair. I'll be right there.
All right. As he walks in, I'm going to.
Flux, you wake up everyone right now. I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm gonna on that. I'll take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
Great.
Cool.
I desperately need some water, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm so thirsty.
I gotta say, when Flux was having the conversation with the rebel,
Too late.
Yeah, Eric, did you get my message, by the way?
I got no.
Eric, 12 messages later.
I was sending him a couple.
It got quieter. Thanks, Cam. It got quieter as it went to the point where it never really went away, but it was quiet enough that you could fall asleep to it.
Okay. That's all.
Just loud steel pan as we're sleeping. We're like, ah!
All right. As you're ushered in, Mazin, let's see. Is it just the two of you, or do you have a larger group?
Certainly have a larger group with us. Should we wake them?
That might be best. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to press upon you any decisions for others that might be sleeping at the time being.
Yeah. Flux, do you want to grab everyone?
Yeah, sure.
How do you wake everybody up?
Clang, 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 clang.
Hold on. I want to go up to I want to Spartan kick the door down or open.
So unnecessary. It's great.
Yeah, Spartan kick the door down and just be like, "Wake up, everyone! Evil never." Never mind.
What are you doing? This is my aunt's house.
There's no time. Come with me.
Yeah. You just wave him off. Okay, cool.
Just picture you
It's a bit intense. What'd you say, Callista?
Oh, I was saying I just pictured Guts sleep cuddling his like cauldron.
Honestly, correct.
Are we all like in one room, or is like you just going door to door?
You're all in one room. It's one room with 10 beds.
Gotcha. Who did you pick a fight with now, Flux?
Sorry. Sadly, no one. I don't want to tell him what about the gold, so I just want to say we found someone and you should meet him.
All right. Okay.
Right now, though.
There's no time.
What's their name?
Clearly, no time.
Sorry,
We
Mason, our group is not really an early riser sort of situation.
We may have chartered some repairs for the boat.
Oh, all right. Okay, fine.
I'm already getting up.
Okay. As you all filter in, Madison's like, wow, this is a certainly eclectic group. Not the kind of strong, stoic types that your leader seems to impress upon me. But I guess you'll do.
Our leader.
The best part is that we're underestimated, yeah?
It seems to be. And I am certainly underestimating you as we stand. But
That's fine.
nevertheless, I think you wanted to discuss some terms for us fixing your boat and maybe some opportunities that we could share in this venture.
Absolutely. We need our boat fixed. I'm looking at the rest of the crew.
Yeah, you could help us with our boat, and Wynn notices the logo. And she goes, "If did you come with the big group, or is it just you, or?"
Well, we have one of our flagships just stationed offshore.
Right. Cool. Okay. And
And who
how
might you
big-
be?
I am Wynn.
Nice to meet you, Win.
Nice to meet you. So you're gonna help us with our boat? That's fantastic.
Yes. So
Sweet.
it doesn't look like you can pay for the repairs, but that's okay.
What does that mean?
It is just face palms.
Oh, well, okay. If you want to pay for the repairs and make this a transactional thing, then be my guest. But
How much does it cost?
I'm assuming you don't have 10,000 gold pieces on you.
I
Who
gave it to
has
Barnaby.
10,000 gold pieces on them at any given time?
How do you carry that much?
I don't have like a good way to get robbed. Do you carry 10,000 gold pieces?
Hence why I assumed you didn't.
I mean, you didn't have to make it look like we sound or look poor.
Well, you
I mean,
do. Anyways,
This guy's wearing a rag.
A handkerchief, the handkerchief.
I'm sorry. He's literally just a handkerchief.
It's multi-use.
Aw.
you can see the look over his face, like he's really regretting this conversation, but he's gritting and bearing it and just keeping a smile on it as he's looking towards you, Edis.
I promise you we're more than the sum of our parts.
So I know you've been staying here at my aunt's island.
That's good.
I didn't realize there was a familial relationship.
Can't you tell the resemblance?
That is true. Well, my name is Mazin of the Clovis Concord. I'm a port caller with the flagship. Your aunt is a genuine,
Wonderful, I know.
a genuine. She's a gem.
Agreed. And I know with your relationship on this island that she was saying that maybe you could help us out, because really we're just like, making our way through the ocean, doing our best, but definitely don't have 10,000 gold pieces.
No,
not poor, but we could give you something. But what do you want?
I assumed as much when I said so until the kobold cut me off. But if we were to fix your ship, maybe there's something you could do for us.
A quest.
An unnamed ship, an unmarked ship. Well, as I was telling your compatriot that we are parlaying with the revelry, I'm looking for someone to gather some intel on them. They have a hideout near here. It's on the island of Buali. I was wondering if you'd be able to, this group of yours, infiltrate in and return any ill-gotten booty that they may have claimed. And we will give you...
How would we know what's your booty?
Trust me, anything that the revelry has doesn't belong to them.
That's the opposite of a parlay.
We're like a partake.
Yeah.
I love how Iris is very concerned if they are or are not in parlay.
It's very important.
So in exchange for repairing your ship and the services we render, you would render the Concord a service in figuring out where their base is, what they may have, and return anything you can.
But to get to Gawali, whichever consonant Dawali, we would need you to fix our ship first so we could get there. That's understood, right?
Yes, that's been what I've been saying this whole time.
Fantastic. We're on the same page. You and I are best friends already.
Charmed. If you're as amazing as your aunt is, I'm sure we'll get along quite well.
That 1,000% goes over her head. Fantastic. Give us a moment. I do the thing that I always like to do.
Oh, I'm going to regret getting involved with these ones. Mazin, you're a softie. And he's just kind of talking off.
I just look back to him. We're only 10 feet away.
Right now he's a softie.
Why, Sean?
Is that not a news joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, these guys are looking to fix our ship. We're kind of already going to Bawali. Really should just read my notes sometimes.
It's also on the owl bear.
Yeah.
Well,
Which I only have you keep open. I've got a bigger screen. Anyway. What's another mission? Our boat's not great. To do anything else, we need our boat to be in good condition, even if we were to go back to the bartender.
Are we within earshot of
10 feet away.
Mason?
Yeah, you're all in the same room.
Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna whisper really, 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 really quietly. I kind of had like a run-in. I kind of had like a run-in with the Clovis Concord before, but I don't know this guy. But just be aware that that we've had some words before. They stole one of my craft necklaces. I stole it back. That's kind of how I got in jail that time when I met you all. It's probably fine. Just letting you all know though.
Wait. These guys pirates?
I don't know. I've only just sold my stuff to them before. They usually were okay to deal with, but that one time they just didn't give me anyway. I don't know. It's who's to say? I'm a child, really. I don't know.
Just spirals and talk. Just find your sentence along the way.
Iris? I always value your opinion. What do you think?
I think it's a fair trade. Whatever they're doing, it doesn't concern us. So
But the whole taking from the known pirate group on an island that has the Umber Stalker.
one step at a time, how about?
Cool. I mean, it's an adventure. Big guys, what do you think? That is definitely Flux and Sven.
Go ahead, Flux.
But you're the little guy.
Okay, so
I
out
was
of,
getting there. It was all part of the bit. They answered too slow.
I don't know a lot about the Concord or Revelry, but
You might get to crush some skulls.
why don't we team up with Mazem and the Concord and wipe out the Revelry?
That's a separate quest.
Like I said, one step at a
That's the
time.
second quest.
Yeah.
Sven?
I don't think we have much of a choice. I think we've got to go this route. But we'd be best not to get caught because you don't want to make enemies of. Which side are we spying on?
The revelry.
The Revelry.
I think it's probably important that we don't say that we know the bartender. I feel like I'm not the daughter of the bartender when we talk to the Concord. I just think that could help. I don't know. Maybe it could. Maybe it couldn't. Who's to say? But that could be an option.
Gotcha. And little guys, what do you think?
Think about all the fish that we could get.
I'm Junk single brain cell.
You look over and Gut has dozed off standing up. He has not paid any attention to the conversation that has just happened.
Lower.
I feel like this is a yes. It's a unanimous decision.
Yeah. Well, that would be wonderful if we're in agreement.
Madsen just comes up into our huddle.
There is one more thing though, Mazen. An Umbra Stalker on Boali. Do you know anything about that?
I know that's the reason why the Concord won't dare go to the island. I haven't seen it myself, and I don't want to risk any of my men and women poking around where it doesn't belong.
So it's a creature then.
That's what we've come to hear. That is a creature that stalks the woods, stalks the
You
shadows.
know anything else about it?
Well, do you know anyone that's seen it or been to Boali recently?
Don't know anybody that's seen it. I know a couple people on our crew have heard rumors in a bar that spoke of claws, hands, and tearing.
Like that.
Clawed hands.
Whole guilds won't visit an island simply because of rumors. Is there any proof of this creature?
It's a magical place. There are many monsters. I wouldn't be shocked if it's true.
How much booty would we require to retrieve to even the deal for our repairs?
Honestly, if you can just tell us where their hideout is, That alone would be enough. Any treasure you can return, we would split with you 60-40. 60 coming back to the Concord to pay for its administrative returns of these funds, and 40 for a finder's fee.
Make it 45. Breath.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's straight up persuasion.
65.
10.
I think the terms are quite fair. 60-40 in shakes.
Had to try. Shakes.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So if you guys are cool, we'll fast cut them repairing your ship the next morning. If you guys want to do anything else on this island, basically, yeah, we'll just have the construction crew just going to town, fixing up your ship. Mazen kind of chatting you up, just like casual, like how's the weather, that kind of stuff.
Can I talk to one of the other, like the crew people? Like,
Sure.
feign an interest?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I want to say, I've heard rumors about Bawali. Have you heard anything about that place?
Yeah, there's lots of rumors about Wally.
I'm going to.
Is he he's working on some of the plank boards as you're chatting with him?
You're so strong to be working those planks that way.
Give me. You know what? I'll just. Yeah, the revelry seem to, or the rumor to be very protective of their loot. Rumor has it, Boali aside and the dangers of the island, that they like to booby trap their hideouts.
Boy.
So if you are what Mazen said, heading out to take a survey, keep an eye out. I would hate to see a pretty little thing like you get hurt.
So funny. And I hit him fairly hard.
Love it. It bounces right off of him. He seems unfazed.
I'm pretty strong, I swear. No, I'm not. All right, well, I'll let you get back to it, but you're doing a great job.
Thanks.
Make sure to tell the boss.
Oh, one last thing. If you are going, some of the guys were chatting last night when we were meeting with the revelry. I overheard them talking about the thing is growing. Don't know what that is, what that means, but he seemed kind of spooked when he brought it up.
Gotcha. The thing is growing.
That thing with a capital T.
No. So, be safe, little girl.
Walks away. I'm 105 years old. No, I'm not.
Eric, while the construction or the repairing on the ship is happening, can Gut just sort of wander around in sort of the forested area or the area where there's a bunch of trees? Like, are there any like types of trees where there's something I could forage?
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Use this. The only time it's ever rolled this campaign and will be.
That is a 25.
25? You tell me what you find.
Mushrooms!
I mean, Gut would not turn down if there were mushrooms, but I think he is like, this is a tropical island, so he's looking for like things from like tropical trees, like any kind of like fruits or coconut or like anything like that, like any.
You find some fire dragon fruit. You'll find some. I'm trying to come up with some more alliterations. You just find some mangoes. You'll find some coconut, bananas, all of the above.
Okay.
A lot of fruits. And I'll say with
Okay.
the 25, you're also able to scrounge up a real boar.
What is this?
Like a boar,
it's
like a live boar.
like a
that's
live
not-
boar.
Oh, a live boar.
Boar.
like a little piglet.
Okay. Like, do I have to like fight this thing, or I just like have a
Oh,
piglet?
fine. You can have it.
Okay.
Scrounge it, I think, is the verb that was used.
Scrounge it.
You scrounge it up from the ground.
Yeah, I just pull it out of the sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Anything else you guys want to do before you shove off for your?
Is
your
there
journey?
like a quartermaster for the Concorde? Like a guy who has like all the wares and stuff?
Has all the what?
Like wares, like all their gear? Can I like barter with them?
You walk over. Hey,
Hey,
this is gonna be
does the
rough.
Concorde have anything of use for our adventure?
Yeah, about 10 guys that are wasting their Friday afternoon fixing your ship instead of going back to Palma, Florida to hit up the bar and grab some drinks.
I'm not going to expand on that. Very well. Your work is much appreciated.
Yeah. Also, I never say this to her, but that the blue-haired girl, she reminds me of my daughter. Very sweet. Tell her or no, look after her. Make sure she's okay.
Anything for you, little human.
Pat, pat.
Pat.
The morning, like while this is all happening and Guts foraging and everything, could I swim along the coast looking for clams or crabs or
Give me a survival check.
Oh, the fish.
not fishing?
Think of the fish, though.
It's a 19.
Okay.
Because we're closer to the beach, I'm thinking clams and I don't know, anything that could have been like closer to the shore.
Yeah,
That kind of thing. Nothing deep sea.
was it the clam? Was it the clam slammers? What was it?
What?
I just had a vision of Junk like a little otter breaking the clam on his tummy.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. Yeah, you're able to find clams, just a few, a couple oysters.
Anything with a pearl in?
Sure, you'll find like one pearl, but non-magical, just normal pearl.
Yeah,
It's kinda
I mean
small.
every pearl has a value.
There you go.
Hmm.
Say
What's the value of the pearl?
5 gold pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else.
This is just continuing to scribble and draw. That's all.
Your ship is completed. The winds are quite welcoming. You see Auntie Kala come to send you off. And it's kind of like, Calista, it's been really great to see you, girl, and I can't wait till you come back. Don't make yourself scarce around these parts.
Of course, I'd love to come back and visit. And just so you know, if we don't come back, question these guys, like gesturing over to them.
Well, Mazin and his crew, they're all fantastic. Nothing shady amongst them.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
And
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you guys are keeping on your journey.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Did we get a long rest over
Yeah,
that?
did
Oh,
we
yeah.
get along?
Yeah,
Oh,
last
okay.
time.
And if you didn't get one because of the interrupted sleep, I'll say you're gonna get one in the next couple days as you journey down to Buali. For the sake of it. Ooh,
Oh, look at the dots.
there you go.
Look at that, Indiana Jones style.
Yeah. Good. Ugh.
You can't do more than
Oh,
7
that is
seconds.
not how I spelled Wally at all.
Nope.
Okay.
It's staying that way in my notes.
Captain, my captain, can you please give me a adventure roll for the journey to Buali?
Is
Come
that
on,
me?
Lynn.
Yeah. Flux, you can roll too, but we take my die.
Well done.
That's a 6.
That was
I'm
a
on the
mic
front
drop
row.
moment right there.
That's an inspiration point right there. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
First one of the campaign.
That was a 6.
It was a 6. So
I don't
it's a
add anything.
D20, right?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
D20.
you just straight
Oh,
D20.
Carney, that made my night.
That was so good.
I am gonna relay that stuff about the booby traps and stuff to the group.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I need you to roll me
Oh
God.
no.
a D1000 roll.
1,000?
Excuse me?
All right. I'm gonna do that online.
How do you do that with dice?
Yeah.
You add in the third D10.
Yeah, it's 3D10, and then you do the numbers.
Oh, okay. I see. I was like, oh, I'll just do. Okay.
It's a D4.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you-
So close, Courtney.
This is for how many sharks attack us.
I think that 10 and 4 are
Sure.
close in amount, so you know that would have worked too.
I don't think the odds are in your favor.
All right, so 630 exactly.
Weather is right.
Or 360.
Well, that was the furthest to the left, so I
Oh,
put it
gotcha.
over
So,
there.
yeah, that's good.
What? Okay. All right. Okay, about halfway through your journey, you guys are getting your rests in. About halfway through the journey, you notice something off the port bow. You see what appears to be an individual floating on the surface of the ocean. The day's been generally like a little rocky, but nothing too crazy. And you just see someone floating face down in the water ahead of you.
I'm gonna call an alarm. I'm gonna say, "Person overboard!
Barnaby?
Everyone to your muster stations." And
Did you do the muster drill before we left?
it's assumed that you always do your muster drill, so that's just assumed. And I throw over a circular flotation device. Hello. I try to steer the boat close to them and see. Do they roll over? Are they
No movement.
I don't think they can grab it. Sprocket, take aim.
Take aim.
Him.
I can do this. We can
You
hook
gotta
him.
harpoon him?
Whoa.
No, it's not a harpoon. It's a hook.
Someone just needs to swim to him.
Yeah, but we don't need to get wet.
I love the water.
I have a.
I'm already in.
All right.
I shoot the grappling hook.
Just hang on to the hook.
Fucking
No.
chaos.
Oh my god, it's like Sea of Thieves.
I am your captain. This is not how this is gonna go down.
we
So
practiced
there's
much.
already a rope out, but can I, just for flavor, Eric, see if I can grab the grappling hook as I go down?
Give me a dexterity saving throw as
Oh,
you
a
dive
saving-
off, trying to grab and then you know what? Give me with the grappling. Give me a ranged attack roll, and basically whoever comes out on top. So if Callista can beat your attack roll, she'll grab it. If not, yours goes through.
Is it my attack or is it Sprocket's attack?
That'd be Sprocket since you attach it to him.
I feel like
Yeah.
without this cancer.
Okay, so my dex save was 11. And sorry, what was the other thing you wanted from me, Eric?
That's it. Just the dex save.
Great.
It's a 19 from Sprocket.
Yeah, so you completely miss the rope as it flies off. You just see it puncture into the side of this, and it's just like almost like soft, moist flesh just kind of.
Oh.
See, I thought it was like a hook, not a harpoon.
Oh, it's a hook.
Okay.
It's like pushed into it.
Cool.
All right, reel him in.
This was not the way this was supposed to go.
Can I'll dive in and then swim up to him.
Okay.
Can I inspect him without touching him?
As it's the body slowly getting dragged in. Yeah, you notice that this individual seems to be quite
Dead.
like
Quite
quite
dead.
bloated. The water has kind of bloated them up, and they're just kind of floating. You notice that they have like armor that's kind of been like ripped apart. You can see like a bite mark in the side of the armor where their flesh has been kind of pulled out, and you can see like whatever organs they had inside have drained away. You can see on their belt is like a sheath with a blade in it, and you can see that they've got like gloves and a leather helmet amongst their body. One of their legs is missing as it's getting kind of reeled in.
I mean, I guess now that I'm in the water, I will take the rope that was thrown overboard with like the one that's not the thingy, and start bringing myself up.
Yep, easy enough.
I'll turn to. Oh God, Sean, what's your character name? It's killing me.
Junkrat.
Junkrat. Junk, you couldn't have waited like 2 more seconds, my friend. Now your harpoon's all dirty.
I mean, that's what it's for.
All right.
And you like to jump in the water, don't you?
That wasn't what we practiced in our muster drill.
What did we practice? I can't remember.
Maritime law says you have to help the people in the water. You don't harpoon the people in the water.
He's missing a leg already. There's blood. Is there blood?
Most of his organs are gone.
Yeah. I don't think there's much helping this guy.
We didn't know that. Next time, we check to make sure they're dead before we harpoon them.
Sorry, Captain.
Okay, thank you.
Do you when I did the inspection, do I see like any symbols of like either of the factions that we just now know their symbols?
Not give me a history check because you don't recognize the symbols on their gear. Actually, I think one of you might.
That's a 9 for me.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I want to say it would be Sven would know this dude.
What am I playing?
History?
Let me. You know what? Let me just check. Where is it? Sven, give me a history check.
Jesus Christ. I haven't rolled over a 10 in 2 separate sessions. That's a 6.
Tell your dice.
I will give you advantage on this just because I'm pretty sure this is part of your backstory.
19.
Are you familiar with the Claret Order?
No.
You are familiar with the Claret Order now.
I was wondering that. I was like, Eric, can you help?
A story many people would tell.
You would know that this is a group of bounty hunters, or this individual forms a part of a group of bounty hunters that has no business being out here at sea.
Oh la la.
Do they hold any reverence with me? Like, would I be like, oh, we gotta like do a proper burial for this body, or I just know that and that's it?
Your interactions with the Claret Order would not have been directly with you, but with your clan. That
Good or bad though, or neutral?
You would have hired the Claret Order for things your clan couldn't do on their own.
Gotcha. A lot of interactions, like grew up and or like just from time to time.
Time to time, yeah.
Okay.
It's only like the most dangerous things.
Okay. So I wouldn't like recognize this individual.
No.
Okay, I'll probably leave them be then. No, I think I would want to do a proper send off, not particularly because they're with the cleric order, just like as a respectable person. This isn't like a beast or something. This is like a person.
As you pull them up, you can kind of see that they were a tiefling in their past life.
What's the? I pulled their wallet out. What did it say?
Jim from the Claret Order. No.
The dog tags.
His retirement was tomorrow. Young person or old?
Older, middle age. Kind of like he's like definitely grizzled, but not over the hill.
His blade, does it look special in any way?
The hilt is pretty huge. Like this blade that's sitting off the side of his belt doesn't look like it should have been strapped there. It's like the belt probably was over his body and has slowly slid down and has got caught as you pull it up. The hilt itself has basically, it's like made of onyx. You haven't pulled the sword out yet, and you see essentially 9 skulls embedded into this hilt with rubies embedded into the mouths of each of these skulls.
Wow.
I'm
That is wild.
gonna pull that off of him.
I think it's already in my hands, friend.
Oh, you got okay, got it.
Because I was like, even if it's cursed, Callista still would have touched it. I was like, it's too shiny not to.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna say that we should. He deserves a proper send off, but
Burial at sea.
yeah, burial at sea. And if I understand correctly too, Eric, what you're saying is like, this is a group of like bounty hunters, and he's grizzled. So like, what the hell happened to this guy? Because this is very atypipical.
Yeah,
it's not just where he is, but that like
with your 19, it's like someone killing Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. So that's what I thought you were getting at. So like this is like highly suspicious. So I'll relate that to the group too. Like this is unusual.
And how close are we to Buali?
This is about halfway through your journey.
How deep are his pockets?
I'm missing a leg.
Yeah, no pockets.
Okay, I go get like a box, like makeshift box or something, so we can just
Okay.
let him out to sea.
Did the gloves look cool?
Why do we need a box?
I think we just wrap them up and put a weight, don't we?
Sure, whatever
Okay.
works.
Yeah, gloves look cool.
I'll be doing that while you guys loot him.
I'll be helping you with the wrapping.
I'll help you with the wrapping, but I think I've learned from Junkrat that dead people don't need their stuff and the living can use it more. You still have that leg, don't you?
I'm keeping it. He doesn't need it.
Instantly defensive.
When one of you guys uses or misses a leg or loses one, you're gonna be wishing we didn't put it on this corpse.
You could make him whole again.
Okay.
I don't think anything can make him whole again. You got a spare kidney you want to give him?
Technically, we all have spare kidneys.
Yeah, do you want to give it to him?
Not me.
Do you have kidneys? Consults manual.
Flex's manual?
Yeah.
Yeah, Flex, do you have organs?
Have I seen you use detect magic?
I'm like, I actually don't know. Am I like hollow inside, Eric?
Only one way to find out.
God.
They have a shining metal ass.
I'm imagining I'm like Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like whatever the big guy is, and I'm just like hollow inside. That's what I was imagining.
Just emotionally. Iris. Sorry, Sean.
No, it's fine.
These gloves look fun, but I mean, last time I pulled something off a dead body, I got kind of lucky with this dagger, but the other time it like shocked me and tried to melt my hands a little. So I'm wondering if you could take a look at them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Once more, the paints kind of come out, and she has like this little metallic glitter paint. She's gonna kind of rub some between her fingers, and her eyes are gonna start to sparkle a little. We'll detect magic. Oh, I don't need to mark.
The gloves and the sword are both magical.
I mean, they're both magical, but I can't tell you what it is. So it has like a 50-50 chance of melting you.
One has enchantment. The gloves have enchantment. Enchanted gloves. And the sword... I'm not quite sure what it is. It's like a blend of evocation and necromancy.
Yeah, like the sword has a better chance of exploding. The gloves have a better chance of not.
Did the dagger light up, Eric, for her?
No.
Okay. So we got lucky.
Sword and gloves.
Like I said, I can't tell you what it is. I just can tell you.
That's fair. I mean, I've got my shiny thing. We'll put this dagger to good use.
You
Anyone
would
else?
also notice that the hat that Junk has been knitting also lights up in magic.
Does junk light up in magic? Like, are you magical? That's cool.
What about the pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pig's magic. So Sven, you get a box.
Yeah, you get a box fan. But no, we're gonna wrap.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap him in like sheet of some type.
Okay.
I mean, we're taking off the gloves first, yeah?
Yeah, we're taking the gloves and the sword, I assume.
Yeah, I'm not there when that happens to stop it.
Okay.
I mean, even if we're not going to use them, they're worth something to somebody.
Yep.
That's fair. Yep, okay, we'll take them. Go nuts, Sven.
Yeah, so I'll come back and do the. I mean, we don't need to make a big thing. I just, if we see their order again, I want to be able to say that we did that, and maybe that, we get favor with them and that kind of stuff. And there's like a respect there.
Okay.
For sure.
Does anyone have an instrument we just play? Just like a little ditty? Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to use my synth weaver, and I'm gonna just like,
Amazing Grace.
I was thinking about releasing like having some small like doves because it's illusory magic.
Hey, can somebody shoot off a fiery arrow?
Can't do both.
I can shoot my blunderbuss.
Is it fire?
It's a bullet, so yeah.
Yeah, but the fire's in the thing, right? I need the fire to be gone.
I feel like we're thinking about this far too much.
We want to honor the dead, right?
If I was found dead at sea, I'd want at least a little fire. I'm sure we have in our kits like a candle or something. Like we can make a Molotov at the very least.
All right, Molotov sounds good. Can somebody throw the Molotov?
I'm steering the boat. I feel really good.
I am playing an enchanted.
I will
Amazing
mage
Grace
hand
with
this thing.
Can you get the mage hand like 60 feet away?
No, it can only go 30.
Okay, 30's fine.
So we wrap him in some sort of like spare sail material, I assume, maybe with some rope. We put him in a barrel, I want to say, something flammable.
Yeah, that's fine. This is all
Are
fine.
we trying to light him on fire?
Are you lighting him on fire?
I thought we were just celebrating his life.
Like the Viking burial at sea.
That is the Viking burial.
All right, here's what I like the idea of. Tell me if you guys agree. Sven like wraps him, you help me, we wrap him in the sheet. But then like we turn away for a minute, and when we come back, we're like stuffing him in a barrel.
That sounds right.
And I'm like, it's so far gone. It's just like I'm not gonna argue it. Like, fine, fucking whatever.
This is not how you guys do it.
It's a little burial at sea, but it's fine. Just keep going.
Well, otherwise the body just floats.
Yeah, why can't the body float? It was floating before.
Eric, I'm sorry.
We are wasting time. We have to go.
Viking funeral.
Isn't this in the morning?
Eric, what checks do we need to do to make the Viking funeral of this barrel go?
So
I have
happens.
No.
Well, we
Where's
put
the
the
fire
water.
coming from?
Is somebody gonna throw the Molotov cocktail at the barrel?
So it's gonna be Iris with her mage hand.
Yeah, right. Okay, perfect.
Oh no, we're not.
Iris has lost interest. Iris is like,
Somebody chuck it. We don't need to light it on
Gone.
fire. It's fine.
Eric, you're on mute. We
Gone.
can't
Just
hear you.
chuck it.
So let me get this straight. You've got a barrel. You're gonna throw it in the ocean.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and light this soaked barrel on fire.
It's got alcohol in it.
Okay.
He's inside of it, wrapped in a sheet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure, that happens. You burn.
No. As it's chucked, what's my fucking Junk? Junk just pulls out his staff, and you see this beautiful fireworks display, like basically an image of what would be this whole person if he wasn't missing anything, with like lights and dazzles and swizzles and all these different kinds of fireworks erupt from it.
Well, that's wonderful, because now if anybody had killed this guy and maybe is still at sea, they can find us.
Perfect. Great. I'm also playing Amazing Grace and using my thing to release devs.
Cool. And then
I thought we wanted to give back what we took, right?
Exactly. This guy knows what we're about.
Aye, Captain.
I mean, technically, Edith wasn't even there. She's
cool. And as you all know, tieflings are resistant to fire.
Yep.
And it's a slow, painful burn as it slowly melts away as you continue to sail your journey for the next 2.5 days without issue until you get to the island. You see that body slowly on fire, just kind of slowly simmering for the next day as it follows you with the current, kind of trailing you to really think about what you did.
At one point, someone needs to push it away with their oar. Like, they just use it.
Floating along with the ship.
Floating along with it.
Can I like destroy water within it to make it like slightly less soaked?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Use all my spells.
Hey Flux, how you doing over there?
Awful. That was awful to hear.
Love it. Okay.
This is how some sessions go, man. You just gotta let it go.
All right. You guys arrive at Buali. I'm not even going to do other adventure rolls for the rest of this trip. You guys get there.
Screw you guys.
Yeah, upside. Silver lining.
As you approach the island, you notice what looks like a small inlet with a bunch of craggy rocks sticking out from the water lapping into this inlet. You notice most prominently a damaged ship that seems to have crashed amongst these rocks, that seems to be perched, completely abandoned. It just seems like an old wreck. This seems to line up with the conversations you may have had with the Clovis Concord on where their suspicions might be on this. No one is present. No one has called out there. You don't see anybody on shore as you're approaching. But as you make your way in, I'll let you guys take over as you're on the ship on the Wave Chaser, maybe like 100 feet off of this inlet. What would you guys like to do?
Before we go in, guys, I'm just gonna take a quick look. I'm gonna cast Elevated Sight to project an eye 120 feet above us.
Okay. As you throw your eye up, looking down, you see this small little bay with sand. You see tons of white birds, kind of all plucking away at the sand. You see seaweed kind of wrapped around some of what looks like entrances to caves that form the edge of this beach, this little inlet, before the mountains crop up into jungle above. The jungle above works their way to what looks like a giant volcano, the one that you've heard from previously in your journey. That volcano reaches up to the clouds, where you see like a white cloud kind of wrap around the peak of this mountain, not actually seeing the peak. They kind of be just hovering around the edge of this volcano. What else? From where you are, you can hear the calls of birds and the screeching of what seems like monkeys coming from the canopy of the trees around. Very feral jungle sounds coming out. Even on the ocean, the salt that you normally smell, you pick up almost like an acrid smell wafting off the island. The odor hits your senses, and you can almost taste kind of like this rotting organic soil in the back of your throat as you approach.
Is it like? Does it feel like? Is it rotting, or is it more like sulfurous?
It's like the smell of compost being turned over.
Okay. And from my height, I can't see any camps, any trace of people like smoke or fire.
No.
It's just some paths in and the volcano on this side.
Do we want to go in with a plan here?
Oh,
We're here for two reasons why we need to go and find the bird of paradise, and we know that this is a revelry base here, right? So, what happens if we meet someone from the revelry? Are we going in guns blazing, or are we going in as quietly as we can to get in and out?
I thought they just visited.
I wonder if we go in quiet, try and, fix the Stormlord problem and see if we see any revelry stuff along the way.
And there's also that Umbra stalker here, so we need to be on alert.
We could probably find the pirates from the top of the volcano.
You said
That
you
would
saw
be a good
caves,
guess.
right? I wonder if they're in the volcano.
The revelry? Yeah, they might be. Isn't it bad to be in a volcano?
Yes.
I think we should stick together. I don't want to split up.
Agreed.
Safety
I
in
figure, we got to get to the top either way, so we could check out the caves as they're near to the boat on the way out if we needed to.
I like that.
Also, I have the feeling that, if these guys really tried to come after us for fixing their boat, my aunt would have a thing or two to say. I'm less worried about finding the treasure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is heat
Oh,
on this island?
What was that, Kim?
Is heat a concern on this island, Eric? Like with the volcanic
Like,
nature
you
of it?
think we need fire boots?
Yeah, do we need like fire resistant boots and stuff? Like, is it actually like that? Like is it an active volcano? Did you say? Like, there's visible lava?
No, not visible lava. You see like clouds that are encircling the.
Yeah. Like, we don't walk up and it's like this wave of heat from it or anything.
No, yeah, no, you're still offshore.
Yeah, I guess we're still pretty far away. Okay.
All right.
Keep an eye
I
out
think-
for
How long
some
does
fruit.
how long does your elevated sight last?
It lasts. It would be like as we were coming into the beach. It lasts a minute.
All right. I think I have something that could help us with the Stormlord problem, anyways. And Gut is gonna basically, like, on some of his like rags, he's gonna pull like a little puffball, and it's just gonna like let it exude like a cloud of dust, and it sort of whirls around, and he wants to cast locate plants to describe the description of a birds of paradise.
What's
Right.
the range on that?
Very important.
5 miles.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Whoa!
how
yeah.
big's the island?
What?
6 miles.
It was 5 miles across. So
Perfect.
That's incredible.
Great job, Gut.
so here's the thing. With locate plants, how many? Like, does it tell you all of them? One of them? What's the?
No, it says you learn the direction and distance to the closest plant of that kind within 5 miles, if any are present.
That is so
Closest
cool.
one. Shit.
But wouldn't you describe it as the one that the Stormlord spoke to? Like, wouldn't it be magical? Could that be a descriptor? Sorry, that's meta. I'll leave it alone.
I thought we were going for a very specific one, right?
We need to go to his throne, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm concerned. But also, I was like, if the spell is what the spell is, then I should just leave it alone and not play the game.
But it's just like, yeah. Oh, sorry, go for it, Eric.
I'm gonna give you, just cut to the chase here. You pick up on a bird of paradise, which seems to fall about halfway up the mountain. With working with junk and looking at where the tree line is of this jungle, it seems to be at the edge of the tree line. Basically where the tree line stops. on its way up the mountain.
Okay.
So let's go there.
Yeah, Gut relays where he thinks the nearest bird of paradise would be.
I mean, that's our best, even if that's not the right one, that's our best clue.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Gut, you have that
Yeah.
fruit, right?
What?
You have the fruit from the island, right? From Vide or whatever.
Yeah.
How about I try and persuade one of the birds to fly over and get the flower?
That's a thing. That's
Take that, DM.
I can speak with animals.
He can speak with animals. He just
Oh.
needs to make a compelling argument, so he
Can
needs
the
your
birds? Can the
I've
birds dig up a plant?
I've been on fire with my parlaying with people, so
I say we try that. That's cool.
I don't think it'll.
Hold that.
Okay.
I'm throwing it out there. This place is so dangerous. Are we really gonna trust a bird to be able to do this? No.
Let's put it another way. I was like, wouldn't we want the bird to take the danger instead of us?
I'm covering Yellow's ears.
Yeah, Gut says no offense.
What do we have to lose?
We could do both at once.
Yeah.
We don't have any. I guess we don't have anything to lose. I kind of like this idea.
From my experience, whenever you come up with a solution that bypasses what the DM has planned, it always works out very well.
Yeah, you don't release a creature from the Underdark at all.
No, we should do it. I mean, we might as well do both,
Yeah.
though.
It's
We
cool.
could
It
be
would
in
be
and out and back to Vita K for dinner. Like that, it's done.
Love it. 10 out of 10.
Well, I was saving this, but and he takes one of the coconuts and just like thwacks it with the quarterstaff to like make a hole in it.
Mhm.
Says, "How about this? Will this work?"
Well, I don't think birds want coconuts.
You see Yellow like in Edis's
Oh,
hand.
God.
She's trying to coddle him. He's just like reaching out with his little flippers to go
Hey.
reach the coconut.
Do birds like clams or oysters?
Probably.
Reaches towards
See,
the
I was
birds-
thinking fruit. I'm sure you got the dragon fruit or the fruit, whatever you got.
Why would you give him the fruit?
I mean, the bird can have its choice if you can ask it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I call a bird? Can I talk to a bird?
The narrative camera cuts from your group and then pans over to a bird as you see it circling, and then all of a sudden just changes its trajectory, flies down towards you to scoop up the coconut that you're holding up above your head. As it flies down, what are you doing?
I'd like to talk to the bird. Hello, friend.
Hi.
And,
Hey,
and I
Owen.
like try and like reach out to him like a falconer or whatever.
Fucking more personal with
like-
birds than he is with people.
Hello, mortal. Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. Come to me, my companion.
Food.
I love this
Oh my
character.
God.
Food.
Is this
Is
the
it just
bird's voice?
Is it just like mine? Like, is it?
No. It's copyright. Food.
Okay. I'd like to start a dialogue with this bird. I take some of the fruit, and I like call one over, or whatever. Over.
Yeah, you have a bird that lands next to you, not on your arm.
Okay. I'd like to like gently pet it and be like, "How was your day, my little?"
It nips at your fingers as you said, hungry.
How about we strike a deal?
Oh
And I
my
like
God.
kind of walk towards like the bow of the ship.
I'm gonna roll to see if the bird understands the concept.
I was gonna say this bird's brain is like the size of a pea, right? Like,
One brain cell.
Birds are very smart.
Don't
sure,
listen.
but this is
Don't
a
listen,
complex
Yellow.
Maybe
concept.
not a single.
Oh, oh, you mean exchange?
Yes.
Fucking smart bird.
Screw you, Cam.
Do you have a name, little birdie?
My name is Barter.
Barter?
Barter. Wow. Convenient.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Kind of like Prentice.
Well, I will call you the White Phoenix from now on.
Oh my god. Do you have a limited amount of words?
Do you have a name? Yes, it's Barter. No, I'm gonna call
I
you
don't
this.
like that. I want to present the fruit. I want to be like,
It bites the fruit and takes it and eats it.
do you like that, White
Yes.
Phoenix?
More.
You would like more? I need you to do something for me. I need you to fly to Cord's throne, which you must know by now, and collect us some flowers.
We can't understand him, right? Because he's speaking bird. We cannot understand him, right?
No, he's just squawking.
Great, cool. I'm assuming
Very
he's doing
mechanical.
great.
He's doing a really good job. I think he's he's talking to the belt. I think it's gonna work.
I will give you
Then I think
all
the
of our
bird's
fruit.
winning.
Give me a persuasion check.
For some reason, I think the bird's winning. Yeah,
16.
belt will always win.
16.
It takes off and starts flying towards the island.
Perfect.
Can
I
can
turn back.
God discern whether the bird is actually flying in the direction that he sends the plant, or is it
Roughly,
flying?
generally.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So,
My work here is done.
so Flux, is he gonna meet us back here? Does the bird know you? What do we do next? How long do we
Only
wait?
time will tell, my dear. And I just like stand on the bow and I wait.
Yeah, the bird definitely won.
Yeah, I think.
While they're doing that, am I close enough that I would want to lower the anchor and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
God damn it.
I'm
Callie, wait, Callie, are you planning on swimming more?
I mean, I love a good swim.
God, I'm sorry. I was gonna make this for you, but I think Callie could use it more. And
I hand over this crocheted hat that I've been working on the past couple nights.
it, you know what? If you get stuck under the water for a while, it might help you breathe.
Cool.
Oh, that's really sweet, but I can breathe under there.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck that then. God, this is.
I love it so much. Could you make me a non-magical version of this for friendship?
Sure. Did you like the same color?
Yeah, all of them.
All right. It's not gonna be magic. Gut, yours is magic.
I'll have a magic one too, please. That sounds.
Yeah, are we putting in orders?
Yeah.
I can only make 3
Oh
Can you
no!
make mine pink?
Make mine pink.
if we find yarn.
I'm going to give you something I've been working on, which is just a really jangly collection of like shells as a friendship bracelet. I was like, I have this for you. It's not magical, but it's fun. Here you go.
Oh.
We're all freaking 8th grade girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I braided your hair, like I made a friendship bracelet.
What's happening in my mind is I'm tearing down the ship and like lowering the anchor and taking down the sails, and everyone's just like talking about their friendship bracelets. And
You're
hats.
doing all of the work.
Matt, for your benefit, it's a cap of water breathing.
okay. Thank you.
You can add that.
Much appreciated.
Okay. I rolled for the bird's attempt at this mission.
Uh-huh.
About an hour or so goes by. Hour and a half.
Wait, are we waiting this whole time?
You start to see flapping coming down towards you. Landing on the boat next to Flux. You see eager eyes looking for more coconut with a bird of paradise in their jaw.
Okay, here's the question I have. How will we ever know that it came from the throne?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotta be an nat
Not a
20.
20? Yeah, it's a 20.
God.
This is where I walk up to him and I'm just like, White Phoenix has been my friend for many moons. Have-
I like
Like-
how even Sean knows that
Very
this is
similar
bad.
to how Gandalf summons Shadowfax. Like I just go up to him and I just start patting him.
You're gonna have this pigeon companion now.
I'm all for it. I'm writing that
God
down now.
is kind of pissed that he just got upstaged by like this tiny island bird. But So he will like sort of begrudgingly like shove a bit more fruit towards the bird, but he's not happy about it.
But
Choke on it.
That was anything outside of a 20 was not going to work. Just so
Wow.
you know.
That's wild.
So can we confirm this is from the throne room?
Can you ask it, Flux, if it came from a throne? Describe
What
this.
phoenix did this come from the throne?
How many speak to animals spell slots are you gonna burn?
All of them.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Doesn't know. Doesn't know.
I'm wondering if White Phoenix knows where the loot is. It's seen people coming and going somewhere.
White Phoenix. Would you,
Ah.
how does it sound with if I could give you all the fruit that you could ever eat?
No. No.
Okay. Would you like to be my companion?
Friends from afar.
Okay. I'll just set him free.
Thank you. Flies off.
You didn't ask him the question.
We don't know what the location was.
It's a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
It's complicated. There's many layers to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if one of the monkeys would know. Sounds like there's a lot of them in there.
There's
I
monkeys.
mean, is this something we're going to do for the Clovis Concord, or are we just going to move along?
Well, I figured we could at least try, and then if it didn't work, but up to you guys.
Likes booty.
I don't.
Well,
God really wants to go on the island, but
I think we should look into just take a little look see. I don't know. They
Uh,
fixed our boat. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the hard task is actually done, so we might as well at least spend some time digging into it.
should we
I-
check out the caves?
Sorry, go ahead, Fox.
Should we check out the caves?
Yeah.
I think that's the best idea.
But we should move forward like stealthily though, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily like crouching, but like mindful of our noise.
And traps.
Yeah, traps.
My thought is, because here's how it plays out. We get back on the ocean, we're like, tra-la-las, life is good, ship is fixed. These guys definitely find us because we're not experienced sailors like them, and they're definitely looking for us. And we say like, oh, we didn't find anything? Is that the route we want to go, or do we want to say we at least tried? Because otherwise they're going to want something from us worth 10,000 gold, and maybe that's this lovely ship.
Yeah, we can't sell this ship. It doesn't even belong to me. It belongs to my dad.
I know. Seems like he'd be pretty pissed.
I mean, we saw the island. We could always just say, yes, they're in one of the caves on the north side of the volcano. And then, as far as we know, they moved their base.
I think that route risks our reputation, and we have to rely on that at the moment.
Are we here for an adventure?
And
I don't
that's
think we want to wrong the Concord. I think we want to make an ally of them.
oh, either wronging the Concord or we're wronging the Revelry.
But we made a deal with the Concord though.
But which one's more dangerous?
Well, which one are we more aligned with? The Revelry is full of pirates. And
Both sides full of pirates.
Is the Clovis Concord?
are they
What do I
pirates?
know about the Clovis Concord, Eric?
So you would gather that the Clovis Concord is akin to, say, the Coast Guard,
Yeah.
where they kind of like run and operate all the dealings, the legal dealings of the ocean. Like you get a vibe that they're like super corrupt, but they do represent the authority on the water. Whereas the Revelry, they're definitely corrupt. They're the pirates, and
Okay.
they don't care who you are. They're looking for their take.
So it's double you know versus whatever.
What if we meet the Revelry and we decide that we like them better?
Well, we won't know that until we meet them, I suppose.
That I can get behind.
Who has Eric?
I've liked.
Yeah, who has knowledge on the Revelry and Clovis Concord? Like we're debating it, but I
A
don't.
few of you do.
So we would, and we
I think
know
Callie does.
both sides are corrupt.
Different
I
degrees,
mean,
yeah.
I think between my aunt, like I would have gotten a sense because she deals with them both.
And then Win would have dealt with certainly the Clovis Concord, and in Gut, you've dealt with the Revelry before.
Yep.
What was your experience like, Gut, with the revelry?
Honestly, I didn't it's kind of out of necessity to work with them, and even then I didn't didn't do anything for them outside of give them a place to fill their bellies.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I mean,
That's it.
it's not a story I love to share because it doesn't make me look very good, but when I was first leaving home, I ran into them and they were willing to give me a ride and I was new to the world and I was out and about and they stole from me and threw me overboard. So, I mean, it's great that I have water breathing and all and survived, but I wouldn't say they're my best friends.
The revelry did this.
Yes. And now I hate pirates. This is my whole backstory. In a flux level reveal.
Okay, so onto the island we go then, yeah?
I think onto the island we go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. We can always change our mind later, but let's go check it out.
Okay.
All we,
Let's
have to do, we just have to observe from afar. We don't have to get close. Just enough to get details. That's it.
That's very true.
Quietly. Sorry.
Flux, do you have like a secret compartment and you can just put the bird of paradise, like open up your belly and put the bird of paradise like in there for storage?
Well, you already sent them away. Oh, sorry, the bird of paradise.
Maybe
Can I do
like
that?
unhinge your jaw.
Yeah.
Like Bender's compartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to leave it on the ship. Just
Fuck it.
By the way-
At this point, why not?
When I was talking to the pirates, I said, what was it, Titanius Anglesmith? That's Bender's like fantasy. Yeah, okay, thank you.
That's what I told Andrew. I was like, "That's a Futurama reference."
That's good.
Yeah.
Good, I'm so glad someone.
I've been planning my magic items that I want to knit, and I know Eric said like you can have it, but like I want to thematically knit you a bag of holding that fits in your chest.
Perfect.
That's gonna be the next item. So
Nice.
if you want to go the Bender route,
That's
I'm here for it.
I was tying it in, yeah.
Okay. So, you guys are going towards the shore. You're going into shore. You're going onto shore.
onto shore.
Yeah.
quietly.
Eric, can I just be reminded when we talked to the Stormlord, how did he tell us to get back in contact with him?
Come back to
We
the
have to put
statue.
the flower. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah.
My memory is absolute shit these days, so I appreciate it.
Okay. You find yourself on the beach. You take your boat in. I don't have a boat. You find yourself on the beach. For the like, you don't actually see these colored symbols. I just use them for reference, so we can talk about which way. But you see approximately 7 different entrances to the caves. You see the 3 that are identified with like a square, being shrouded by vegetation, almost like seaweed that seems to be dry in the low tide at this inlet on the beach. You hear, let's see, you hear coming from the blue triangles a faint gurgling sound. The rest of them are too far away to hear anything from there, or really smell anything. You also feel heat emanating from the sand beneath your feet. The sand is very, very hot to the touch. What do you do?
Ooh, we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to get somewhere in the shade. This is really hot. Ooh, ooh.
And you're not wearing shoes?
Big bada bing bang.
Nice.
I feel like we can just stand in the water. It's right there.
Maybe go for one of the smaller caves, since they may be taken by the tides later.
Yeah, I was going to say the seaweed ones might get flooded.
All right.
What if
Sorry,
we
that's
split up?
the triangles.
The squares are the seaweed. The triangles were gurgling.
Oh, okay.
But the circle was not.
You don't have any information for the hex or the circle.
Where's
Okay.
the
For the
hex?
hex?
The red hex.
Oh, that looks like a circle over here. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then the black is the circle. I see.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
Thank
I mean, we could just go to the dark blue triangle cave entrance and make our way around if we want.
Sure.
But that was one with the gurgling. We're good with
Yeah.
that? That's
Wow. Okay, hear me out.
With party.
There's 7 of us.
No.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
So just an observation though, if some of them are covered in vines, and you know that they're using this as an active entrance frequently, it's like, wouldn't there be less vines? I was like, could we rule those out by that
Unless
logic?
they wanted to take their boats in when the tide was higher.
Are the cave entrances big enough for a boat?
No. No. The cave entrances are like single file, mostly.
They could stand up paddleboard through.
I mean, this might not be a main entrance either. There might be another entrance on the other side of the island.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there any like footprints or any notion that
Tons of
Walk-
footprints of the birds that are walking around. You see the water has probably washed away any remnants of anything beyond the last couple hours, which is mostly the birds.
We just pick one.
I want to go up to a nearby rock.
Oh yeah.
Some
Do
of
it
my
again.
The look of guilt on your face.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
It's summon familiar. Yeah, I want to summon Bort and see if there's anybody nearby. It's within 10 feet, so if they're not within 10 feet, it doesn't count.
Nope. Nothing but birds.
Cool. So I don't think they used. Oh, that was Guts' voice or Junkrat's voice. I don't think they used this side of the island for their entrance.
So we pick one.
Yeah. And let's pick the closest.
I agree.
Okay.
Scott's gonna start wandering over to this one.
Yeah. I'll do detect magic later.
I'm going along. Like,
Okay. Give me a. I guess I'm gonna say Sven because you're leading the charge in the tokens here.
Oh, I was just okay.
Give me a perception check as you start to poke your head down.
Sorry, group. I didn't mean to be first.
No. Go for it.
That's fine.
somebody asked you.
Finally, a decent roll, 15.
15. You hear a low, growly voice. I can smell you.
Sounds like Voldemort.
Come in so I can see you.
Yikes.
It's been so long since I've had any company.
Could be a great fairy.
That's what they sound like.
Sven, is it?
All right. Well, now I have to go in.
Yeah.
Do you have to? I was gonna cast message to you to be like, could we not just leave?
Some Psycho Mantis stuff here.
Cam, do you have a second character ready?
Yeah, fucking 5 ready.
Penis type A, penis type B.
Do other people hear that?
So, I'll do Win. You
Yeah.
hear
No.
Oh.
Win, is it? You're a long way from home. Gut. Gut, is it? Oh, you sound tasty. Iris. You hear. You are not from around here. Might you be lost? I could get you home. Callista. you hear, "Oh, Callista, is it? Your aunt's pretty sweet." Junk. I don't know what to make of you, Junk. There seems to be more than one person in there. How do I know I'm talking to who's in charge?
Oh no!
Flux, you get nothing.
What?
Bleep,
I was
bloop,
gonna say
bleep,
more than
bleep,
meets
bloop.
the eye. I was like,
Flux, you're hollow inside.
He's the Hollow Man.
Someone in there knows me. This is weird. Someone in there called me by name.
me too.
Yeah, I got the same.
Yeah,
Not my name, but knows that I'm not from here.
that's your name.
Flux, Sven?
I didn't get anything.
Yep, I got my name as well. We should be wary, but they might have information on the revelry.
Really? Because it sounded like they just wanted to eat me.
Oh no, that's terrible.
But they like knew they
Yeah,
knew
you seem broken
something
up
about
about
me.
it.
They knew I was a long way from home. But I mean, like that's kind of like a psychic power. Like I'm probably a long way from home.
That's true.
Like likely. So
It's a good guess.
it's fair.
It said my aunt is pretty sweet.
Lots of people have an aunt. Maybe they're just like,
It knew our names, so
oh, that's true.
that's kind of a problem.
But did we use all of our names on the boat? Maybe they were listening to us.
It didn't say mine,
Oh.
but it knew I was lost.
Oh, sorry, did I not? It would have said your name.
Okay. I thought I was special.
Maybe this is just a party trick.
Can I roll history or some sort of check to see if I've heard of this before?
You can. Yes, give me a Arcana check, and it's a very difficult check. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I'm going to detect magic while Sven is thinking.
Don't see anything in or around you, but
I tried so hard. I was like, inspiration.
yeah, you can't see. You can't see into the cave at this point. I revealed the fog already, unless you guys are going in there.
Okay. That's
Um,
fine. Sven, what'd you roll?
Only a 9.
yeah, the artist inspiration.
I'm gonna slowly continue in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
go
behind you.
Can I remind everyone the features of the Umberstalker?
What claws?
No. Like we know that it haunts the forest and dark places.
We're
Perfect.
not in the forest yet.
Forest and shadows.
I'm gonna ready Expeditious Retreat as we go in.
That's a good spell.
Are you going in next? Are you second?
No, I'm.
I can go in wherever.
I'm gonna arm my blunderbuss, I guess, at this point.
Okay, you're going behind Sven.
All right. As you walk in, Sven, you see a pool of water that seems to be rippling from something moving below. As you approach and you walk in slightly just to peek through, you see from the center of that water an eye start to push up.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
No.
Oh,
At least Cam's character gets one more session.
If you
to
care,
live.
yeah, if you kill another one of my characters, the
With a
fucking
beholder.
Stop going
No,
into
this is
caves.
not a beholder.
No?
No.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it then?
I mean, say your guess.
I think it's an aboleth.
Oh, that would
Like
be
a psionic squid kind of
that would
thing.
make sense.
You remember Abby?
Hi guys, how's it going? Have friends.
Oh.
I don't think Sean
You haven't
seen
seen
that.
that video?
No.
Oh, Eric, you